Thanks for staying with us. So, Governor Wike has been trending for some time now. You know, the recent video of him complaining, lamenting actually, that development is being brought to communities within his region, and yet the people within those communities are sabotaging the efforts of the builders. So, for example, we have road workers who are trying to build roads, and we have people within the community kidnapping them, possibly for ransom, for different things. And he was saying, was actually challenging the herbalists of the land, saying that you're not only there to come and be breaking wine and whatever, doing events,
libation.
you know, we're doing what
Libation.
libation. You know, that's not what you are there for. You're also supposed to be custodians of the land. You're supposed to be one ensuring that things are being done, almost like a supplementary effort for government. But there they are, not caring that the road that is supposed to help the people in that community is being sabotaged by the people. And this is very relatable across the nation. Every nook and cranny of this country, the same things are happening. Even in Lagos, where you have people stealing equipment, rail tracks being stolen, just because somebody wants to get it for money. And he's saying that, where are the gods of the land? Yes, we have two religions, but they are the original owners of this land, people who still worship the gods of this land, the herbalists, the gods. I'm trying to find another way. You know, these are people that, especially even our obas, our kings, the traditional rulers, these are the custodians of culture, way of life. They have ways of speaking to the gods. He is saying, according to this video, that we must begin to see invoke these powers to make people responsible. Because if they cannot be responsible to Bible and the Quran, maybe they will listen to the herbalists. What are your thoughts on this video? That's what Governor Wike is saying. He was really speaking in hurt and anger because he felt that the people were not taking ownership. I'm not sure if I can get a clip of the video, so for those of you who haven't seen it can see a clip, but it'd be great to hear for your thoughts on his lamentation. You can call us on the numbers on your screen, 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. Who would like to go first?
Let me go first.
Mariam, yeah.
So I like the way Mariah has summarized it in Mariah's voice, because you people know Wike can never be talking and then he broke table. He's a table shaker, table breaker, and he went, you know, he called them. He says, "This is your gods. All they know, you pouring libation today, pouring libation tomorrow. Go and wake them up, you know." And that's the conversation we need to have concerning almost a group of people. I mean, we're all in the same country, but then there's a group of people, and there's this culture that we have where our immediate pocket is more important than the, you know, the good for the entire community. How is it possible that you're building roads, you're constructing, you're bringing development into communities, and it's the same people in that community that will sabotage it? And you find this everywhere. Yeah. Everybody will tell you, many people will tell you that they're about to do some construction work. Government will send them ahead. These people will sabotage it. You steal rails that they use to, you know, fence roads or the bridges. You take out railway lines and tracks. How are we thinking? We're just thinking about what we can eat just right now. We don't understand the big picture. That when you have rails going across through your community, when you have good roads going through your community, your farmers, your fishermen can transport their goods even faster and easier to the markets. It will just open up your communities to better education, open up your children to, you know, more exposure, better access to healthcare. How is it that we also have traditional leaders that are not honest anymore, that cannot stand up for the truth and call the younger ones? The younger ones have taken over because they always blame the young ones. The young ones are the ones that are always doing these bad things. But if you check it, they cannot do it without the complicity of the older ones in this community. You know, we always blame these young ones. Oh, it's social media. That's why they are behaving like that. But what are they learning from home? Yeah. The social media did not drop from heaven. Their behavior did not drop from heaven. We need to do better. Yeah. And right now, you know, we may think that you're young because in Nigeria, everybody is a youth. But whether you like it or not, We are, you know, some of us are getting older, and we have to be the voice of reason. We have to be sincere. We need to teach people to do better. And thank you, Governor Wike, for calling them out as you have done.
So, but so he called them out. But let's go to the issue of the herbalists. You know, many of us have desecrated the belief system of these gods. We've desecrated their entire what's the word I'm looking for? You know, what they stand for. And we don't believe in them anymore. You know, we have given our life to Christ. We are now devout Muslims here. So for us, really, there's nothing a herbalist wants to come and do. You're not scaring me. You're not scaring me. A lot of people will say that. Do you think what he's saying would add weight, or for him is just another lamentation that's not going to carry any kind of weight?
So, for me, Governor Wike addressed an issue that we all see. And I like the fact that Governor Wike made people in that community to question what they've seen as the norm. And actually, what he's doing is saying, the gods are your excuse to commit the crimes that you want to commit. If your gods are truly powerful, then how come development wants to come to your community and some people are sabotaging that your gods are not doing anything? So it's a case of, it is not your gods. It is you people that are under the excuse or guise of gods and all of that that are causing crisis within your community. Now, it comes in different shades, in different places. But we have created a culture where when we see government and anything that has to look like government, we are thinking of how we can...
A piece of a national cake.
Anyhow, I must hurt these people so that I can get something. I will kidnap them. I will steal there is a iron shield to cover gutter, and then you will carry it out. In your mind, like, if it's not insanity, under what guise does it make sense for you to expose a manhole that can cost other people their lives? Under what guise would you kidnap engineers or rob engineers that are coming to do a bridge that will connect your village with the city? So sometimes it might need to... Governor Wike is not a nice, let's be playing cool person. He will just give it to you, boss. And that was what he did. I like when he said, we'll come and bulldoze all those your gods. Where there is no place where you can pour libation, all of you will sit down and do what you should do, which is to take ownership of the development within your community and ensure that no bad egg among you is scattering what will bring good to your place. And that cuts across every part of the country. Everybody. The biggest problems we are having, we will develop roads, somebody will have an accident, the accident will damage the road, they will pay compensation and somebody will pocket the compensation or collect bribe and not repair the road. Who are we hurting? Ourselves at the end of the day. Long term, we're hurting ourselves. So Governor Wike's video should be played all across the states. Yeah,
but let me come to Wike. Because Wike, sometimes, I mean, I know that you're one of those people that always say we should talk to the leaders, but if I want to play the devil's advocate here, I'll say, if the leaders earn the trust of the people, for example, if I trust you as my leader, and I know you're working for me, and I know that you're not living an exorbitant lifestyle, and you are also, you are doing the work you're supposed to do. When you build the road for me, I trust it's for me, and I might take ownership. I might own it. I'm just trying to see the other side. Maybe it's because people don't trust their leaders. Everything you do, I believe that you are already sabotaging me. That even the money you're using to build the road, you've already taken half of it already in your pocket. So what you're giving me, I feel that it is my own piece of the national cake. So should leaders realize that first things first, let me earn my people's trust by being circumspect, by maybe living a more, trying to show leadership in the way Nigerians want to see leadership. Maybe if they do that, people can trust the development initiatives they bring to the communities.
First and foremost, I want to address what Wike said. Because, first of all, he attacked the gods. It has nothing to do with the gods. What people are doing has nothing to do with the gods. It's people that are doing it, not the gods that are doing it. These gods, or the gods that he is...
gods hold people to account.
He is attacking the gods. It's saying, we will come and bulldoze. So he has already, in his statement, shown lack of respect for whatever gods they are worshipping. Because if I'm going to attack you for attacking road, I'm not going to attack you or attack... Because he didn't go to... Christians and Muslims are not kidnapping people. They are kidnapping people now. They didn't go and say, I will come and bulldoze your church. He didn't say that. Or I will come and bulldoze. He's now, I mean, his statement is, for me, incisive. I don't know what he's trying to incite or what he's trying to prove. This is somebody who, there was a matter one time. He was there, his son was graduating from a London university and he took picture. And you are looking, you are a leader, even if your son is going to graduate from a university abroad. Keep it to yourself. You don't have to drum it, show us. We're not saying your child can't go to university abroad. At this time, ASU was on strike. And this man went and took this picture. Or anyway, the picture went viral. Everybody saw the picture. It was even on the pages of the paper.
Yeah.
The papers. Now, that is not leadership by example, which is my problem with, because every time yes, every time the decadence that has happened in our society has not, it hasn't happened, it didn't happen overnight. It has happened, it's a systemic, systematic, it has happened over the years. That is why if an Obasanjo talks today, I don't listen. I don't care what he has to say, whether it's intelligent or not. I don't listen because he has been in power from the get-go till today. And look at Nigeria, it has gone from bad to worse. Bad to worse, or from better to worse. I don't even know how to say Nigeria of today and Nigeria of yesterday. You know, and see, most of these leaders have been there 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. In fact, name one of the leaders in Nigerian politics today that hasn't been in power for the past 30 years. Name one. None. You can't.
You've been in the system.
Only these young boys that are coming up now. That if I'm going to vote, I will look for the young people. I will not go and vote for anybody who has been in power for the past 30 years. Because look at where Nigeria is today.
So Wike, I really get what Wike is saying, because when we wait, Wike is talking about the fact that even the person pointing fingers and attacking because what the governor is doing is attacking villagers that you are effective in pouring libation and worshipping your gods, but you are not protecting the opportunity that doing this road will bring to your people. That was
what Wike is saying doesn't negate what he said.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to.
There are two parallel things.
Yes, Wike is saying that maybe you don't have the integrity to attack me because you self no claim.
But
which is the problem,
what you're saying
which is why we don't catch the lessons.
Yeah.
Because we spend our time focusing on, and it happens to many of us. If you tell me, oh, Takwa, see your stomach, I'll say you to see your leg. If you say, Takwa, see your head, I'll say you to see your hand.
Say you don't have no
but
rights.
we are not getting
so, for example,
the message.
if I say to your head, say, I don't have any more rights to tell me.
But is what you're telling me the truth?
Yes.
Is what you're telling me valid? Are you pointing out an issue that I should deal with?
Yeah.
Because if the people of that community Wike is addressing take ownership and tell their gods, because really, I believe that before Christianity and Islam came to this country, those gods were the way people were finding justice. That if anybody kidnaps an engineer in this place, we will tell our gods to fish you out. And if they really believe in those gods, if they truly believe and they pour those libations, they will say the gods will fish you out and the person's head will roll the next day, will run mad.
If you recall when Fashola was here, I was saying that it is from infrastructure that you get economy. Anybody wants to talk about economy development is when the roads are working, that I can take my goods from point A to point B. So this is part of what, there's a ripple effect on how you treat something that gives you the other thing. But as I said, there are two different parallel conversations that are both valid. Go ahead, Mariam.
So, first of all, I don't see Wike's lamentation, as you said, as an attack on the gods. I think it's his way of calling the custodians of this traditional culture to pay attention to what's important. In the Bible, we know that Jesus called out the Sadducees and the Pharisees. And he called them out on the laws of Moses that they would use to sabotage good. Do you understand? That they would use to to hurt widows and orphans.
Right.
Yes, it's written, but you're using it in such a way that is sabotaging the vulnerable. And that is what in my opinion, that is what I understand Wike was doing. He says, you say you have these gods, you pour libation, You break cola. Where are they now when your community needs development and the people who are here to do the work are being kidnapped? You say you have traditional leaders. Where are they now when your young boys are misbehaving up and down? Why can't you call them? So he's not insulting the religion. He's not insulting the culture. He's insulting the custodians. He's not insulting.
No, he said he would bulldoze.
Okay, let me not speak.
The way he says it, you know, it comes across. The way that he said it.
That's my own opinion, so I don't see it that way. But
I think also we've also criticized the pastors and even the imams.
Yes,
that
but
what are you preaching in churches?
I get that, but I'm talking about this particular conversation within this context. So, and that is how I see it. But also, you're right about, you know, the fact that, okay, for me, when I also saw the video, one of the things that came to mind is what he said, how he said it, and how very local and Nigerian it is. You know how we're very fond of looking for foreign ways to do things. And we'll come. Imagine if a foreign trained governor would have come. Well, I would like to talk to the people of this community. They'll be like, what is this one saying? But he has called them in their language. He knows the pain point and he called it out in the way that the local people understand. And so that's, for me, it just brings to me the importance of bringing about local solutions. And it also, and I believe that more than any other governorship speech or press release, this will go a long way. I mean, we saw the video, we saw some of the traditional rulers, in my opinion, they look like, this person is saying something, or this one really pained me. Or, so, you know, there's a way that somebody will insult you in PG, you're like, this one really entered.
Let me add to that, because one of the greatest outbursts Nigeria ever saw was the words of Patience Jonathan.
Yes.
As crazy as it was, that woman communicated to everybody. Everybody connected to Patience Jonathan. What was that thing she was saying?
All this blood you are
all
sharing.
This blood they are sharing. You know, she was saying that
there's God.
Those things, the way we saw the pain, now, how she was angry. Yes, we laughed it up, we joked about it, we created memes, but the message was passed. People knew what she was thinking and the anger in her. So we might not be the way that we know it, but he, according to you, communicated to the people that needed that information.
And one thing I will always say about people in the South that I see and recognize is that they are not they're not like Yorubas or like Hausas that were very diplomatic in the way we speak. They speak to each other and they tell it the way it is. If anyone else had gone there and tried to be diplomatic, the message may not have been passed as well as it was passed in this video.
To wrap up on
I think he did.
I think we could have watched the video.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
People can check it out online.
Check it online.
But I feel that all our leaders, no leader is perfect, but it does not invalidate the fact that what they are saying might be useful to us. So, Wike, I've always sat on that side, but now I'm learning to say, okay, you are not, I would leave the messenger and take the message for my own benefit, because at the end of the day, I'll be better off for it.
Yeah, I get that too. I mean, I think because we see that a lot on social media. People, when something happens, I remember when was it a strategy that went for this event with the NBA, and the content what Shatima was speaking had so much weight, but people focus on the shoes and the suits, and that was very viral.
The most brilliant speaker.
And I went back to the speech and I heard this and I'm thinking, did they hear this man at all? Nobody heard it, but it was this canvas and the suits they heard. So let us always move the severity and focus on the content.
If Wike had called out the traditional rulers, but making a statement, I will come and bulldoze.
That part,
I mean,
Port Harcourt,
Yoruba conversation.